Ready to go?
Ready, set, action. Right?
There you go.
You want to do this ready or?
We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. First item would be roll.
Mr. Brown,
Here.
Mr. Fritz,
Present.
Mr. Murphy,
Here.
Mr. Layton,
Here.
Mr. Meehan,
Here.
and we have Chief Dirk by video, CFO Lubrine by video, Assistant Chief Pennington by video, and Dr. Gustafson by video. We also have our couple.
Take a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I did have a question, and not that we need to change the agenda, but just bring to everyone's attention, the number 5, unfinished business collection bid presentation and decision. When I went on there to look at those bids, you had it set up with Adobe. I don't know if everybody had to do that or not, but anyway, I did. And then it gave me the files have been removed or you don't have access, contact the document owner. So I guess I just wanted to say I haven't looked at those. So I think if that's an item to bring it to life now.
Okay. Take a motion to approve that.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Has everyone had a chance to look over the previous meeting's minutes? If there are no additions or corrections, they'll stand approved as presented. Public comment.
There were none submitted. So.
Seeing there are none, we'll move on to report of officers, CFO report.
Hello, everyone. So my report starts, I'm trying to get down to it. I think it's page 4. It's page 3 in your packet with the bank balances. This time versus last meeting. Pretty close to the same there. Did anybody have any questions on that? Page 4 is the cash reserve analysis. Again, real close. It's just a day off of last meeting's amount, what we have. I did want to show you guys in the check register on page 6, about a third of the way down on 519, we received our GEMT revenue. That was $111,982.30. And if you'll remember, back in March, we paid the non-federal share of $40,714.39. So that GEMT revenue netted us about $71,000. Did anybody have any other questions on the check register?
I want to say thank you for that work on the GEMT. Jamie,
You're welcome.
I know it's a lot of work for you.
No, we'll move on. The bills start on page 7 with the summary, and then the following pages have the details. Was there any questions on any of those bills? If not, that is all I have tonight.
Are there any questions for Jamie?
I have a question. Now, what is that star mark?
That's our health insurance. Yeah.
Name doesn't go with the function very well.
Any other questions? If not, I'd take a motion to approve payment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chief's report.
Good evening, everybody. Spent the last week as the coronavirus kind of made it impossible for us to join our conference as planned, like we did the prior year. We did it virtually this year. I think I sat in on all day, every day last week via webinar for our PWW. That's our ABC 360 and our Executive Institute, which is billing compliance, privacy issues, management issues. It's an excellent conference. Those guys did an amazing job for what it's worth having to do it virtually like this, but that has taken up my the entirety of my time for the past week or so. So I don't really have much for you. Call volumes remain a little lower than normal. Having looked at them today, it looks like we've had a little bit of uptick recently. So I anticipate things will probably get back to at least somewhat normal as far as volume. We're still going through all of the normal PPE procedures and precautions. We've only got 2 new cases in the past week, I believe, for the county. Joanne Martin put out some detailed information on that today through the task force report. But no huge spikes yet. So we're all keeping our fingers crossed on that. About the only other thing we've done operationally is we've finalized our handoff procedure with Bothwell, which kind of keeps their staff and our staff and the patient from cross-contaminating and just decreasing any risks that might be inherent to coming in and out of the same doorway there. So we're filling our linens outside, we're cleaning our trucks, everything's getting done outside, and we're just trying not to recontaminate the spaces we were just in. So that's actually worked out really well with in the cooperation with Bothwell's ER director and director of nursing and several people over there. So that's really all I have. Like I said, been in class all week. Don't really have much for you this time.
Are there any questions for the chief? Now we'll move on to the medical director.
Chief, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, the uptick in runs is pretty consistent with other agencies across the state. At the SAC meeting today, several other agencies were talking about how from about mid-March to mid-April, everybody was seeing a pretty significant drop in their run volumes. But in the last 2 to 3 weeks, they've seen it come back up quite a bit. And things are normalizing in terms of operations. In terms of Pettis County, well, I've always talked about how we had job security because there's never going to be a lack of the sick, injured, and stupid. And we've had a significant number of motor vehicle crashes that have been pretty serious in the last couple of weeks. And of course, alcohol and meth and just poor life choices has been the focus of the incidents. But our guys, in fact, we even had a situation at one that we contacted Johnson County to put their House 5 on alert in case we needed an extra truck because of the location of that accident. But I don't think it was necessary that we utilized them at that. Our guys and gals, especially with the severity of these accidents, have a lot of crucial decisions to make in a short period of time. And I'm really happy with the way that they responded, because you can get kind of lulled into a false sense of security when you don't have to respond to these things very often. but when they do happen, our folks are making good decisions and doing the best they can for what they see in front of them at the time. There's a lot of times they don't know, and they can't know without a CAT scan or X-ray or whatever of how severely injured a patient is. But I'm happy to report that they're making good decisions and they're doing the best they can for our residents. And other than that, I really don't have anything else to report on unless some of you have any questions at all.
I do, Doc. Do you feel fairly comfortable that the virus management is well in hand with our nursing homes?
I'm sorry, about what with our nursing homes?
Feel that the virus management is well in hand and being managed well with the nursing homes? I mean,
I think overall, yes, because we have not seen problems in our nursing homes there in Sedalia that other small communities, small rural communities have seen. They've just not taken it seriously. And I think our folks here have done a pretty decent job of protecting our nursing home patients so that we haven't had these major spikes in cases originating in our nursing homes. So.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Welcome.
Committee reports, Strategic Planning Committee. With all of the activities, they haven't been any meetings. So we'll move on to unfinished business, collections bid, presentation, and decision.
Did you guys want to go ahead with that, or did you want to wait?
Anybody able to view those?
I wouldn't either.
Can we put that off till next meeting?
Yep, I resent those to you. I don't know if the change in email addresses maybe caused an issue there, so I resent it. So please email me if you can't open that, because I can't send it as an attachment. It's too large of a file. So if that doesn't work, we'll have to do something else. So please let me know if you can't open that or get that link.
Okay. So we'll table that till next meeting when everybody has a chance to review that a little better. We'll move on to new business, equipment update.
Okay, that'll be, very last page of your packets quote. Basically, this for the places the lock boxes we use in the ambulances to secure medication, various medications. Use a certain type of software system from a certain manufacturer. That manufacturer is in the process of updating all their equipment. So back in January, I was informed about the change, so I was planning on getting on my next budget. Unfortunately, our new ambulance requires a new safe, and they do not sell the ones that work on our current software. So it's planned for 2021, but I got moved up because of the ambulance. The total cost here may go up and down by 1 unit because I have one safe that I'm not sure whether or not it can be upgraded. They're supposed to be getting back to me with whether it can or not. But it's an emergency backup unit anyway. We just remember one of them goes in for repairs. We just take it out and replace it with the backup. So I went ahead and got a quote for 11, and the software is going to be an annual charge. The difference in software for the updates is now all cloud-based, and so there's a subscription. So yearly for the amount of safes that we need is on my quote. The next one down.
would you explain to everyone what you're talking about there? Real basic.
The safes in the back of the ambulances that hold medications, it's an upgrade to those safes, moving them from one version to the next version to make it compatible with the software that we use in order to program all these things.
Right, there's certain drugs you're required to keep locked up, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So we have to upgrade the software. It has to be done, it's out of date, it needs to be done, I was thinking hold on, with the new unit, it's been accelerated to now. I need to get approval in order to do updates, or what needs to do. Something we have to do, we can't put a safe in the new truck without doing this upgrade. It's, you have to replace hardware in the old safes, it's $350 per unit, so that's where the question comes out. So, we'll charge at the software charge on board.
Are there any questions for Ryan?
You've got plenty of room in your budget to work this in, Ryan, do you think?
I'm gonna have to cut something.
You gotta find something, I mean, you think you can?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something.
Okay.
Any other questions for Ryan? If there are no other questions, I would take a motion to do those upgrades.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Move on to announcements. I guess
I have a couple of announcements, if I may, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I've spoken as recently as today with Mr. Dickey, reference our property contract. The VA was in town last week, their representatives. They've given a preliminary oral response to our man, and it appears that, I mean, everything is a positive response. We will know officially from the VA supposedly this week. So. From our boss, correct.
I guess that has stayed the way we
Yes,
talked about it, the dollars and roads and everything.
exactly, exactly. And for Mr. Dirk, late today, I received a call from Brent at Advanced, and tomorrow he's starting the coring for the bollards. He's gonna be here about 8 a.m. And I let Ryan.
It's drilling holes, I guess, or
Yeah, he's gonna begin with drilling all the holes first, and then he'll come back through with the, begin with the 8-inch around the generator, and then do the ones up centered on each parking space that we'll be doing, the other 6.
excellent.
I've
Thank you
asked-
again.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't know, I didn't know what your schedule was, but I know that Ryan probably knows just as equally as anyone of where we don't need to place those poles, so we get those doors open on that generator. So I want to make sure the placement is proper. This gentleman will be looking for guidance in the morning from either you or Ryan. So
Excellent.
that's all I have. Chairman. Thank you.
Next meeting, we will swear in at least one new board member and elect officers. Are there any other announcements? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Make a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign.
This is an off-record question. Do we have to certify that?
Election.
Okay, and I know in the past we've had to move that up a little bit, or is that?
Will that be an issue next meeting, Ryan? Certify the election.
Or is that the ballot? I mean, I
We've already
get
certified ballot.
That's what we have to do.
the election,
It's just results.
we just accept the results.
Accept it, okay. So there's no need to change the time or anything like that.
Just here.
Good question.